Hey, what's going on, everybody? Thank y'all so much for tuning into this video, and I want to go ahead and get straight into it. All right, so this video is about understanding what wholesaling is, right? So you're probably hearing a lot of folks. It's been a lot sexier of a term over these last several years. Everybody wants to know what wholesaling is. How in the world can I invest in real estate? How can I get paid from real estate with little to no money, with having no credit, bad credit, whatever? How in the world can I make money in real estate without having tons of money, perfect credit, and all this stuff, right? And what is this wholesaling thing? So let me explain what wholesaling is, okay? So wholesaling is the act of finding discounted properties, all right, and basically selling your right to an investor to buy that property, okay? So let me say it again. You find the discounted properties, okay, and then you sell your right to buy that property. So I want you to think about a few parts that I said there. You find the discounted properties, all right? So I'm gonna go through and break this down into detail so that you can have an idea for what I'm talking about. With that, you may be able to run and get something, or I actually have an ebook called Wholesaling 101 Your First Steps. And there I break down everything, man, like to personality types. How should you talk to this person? How you run numbers? How you find like I get down to detail because I understand that this may be, you may have never got a deal before, and sometimes you're just like, man, can I at least know what I'm getting myself into? Can I at least know what to do in this situation, or if I encounter this person, or what does the full transaction even look like? I know that was one of my biggest things. How is a transaction supposed to look? All right, so that's why I created the ebook. The link is down in the description, and from there you'll be able to have access to the ebook and really learn what wholesaling is all about and how to get that first deal. So let's go ahead and break it down. Number one, finding the property. There are several different ways that you can find a property, and there are different lists out there. Whenever I'm speaking to people who want to get into, who wants to start on their wholesaling journey, I always tell them start with the free list first, right? All right, and a lot of times the free lists are the ones that people tend not to go towards because the free lists tend to be a little harder to get sometimes, right? So the ultimate free list that nobody else can get is driving for dollars, right? Driving for dollars. Eli, what is driving for dollars? Okay, so driving for dollars is the act of driving through neighborhoods and finding properties that have signs of distress. Different signs of distress are high grass, broken windows, tilted garage, roof caved in, burned house, a yellow sign on the door saying that it's in some type of hazard or code violation. Like all these signs to where it's like this house is in not good condition, right? You would drive by and you would write down the address to that house, right? You write down that address, and once you do that, then you do a next step that is called skip tracing, all right? So skip tracing is when you find out the owner of the house and you get their telephone number. A lot of cases you get their telephone number and email address. And sometimes most likely they'll live in another spot in many cases. So you get their telephone number, email address, and their mailing address. And later on, you'll be able to market to them with ringless voicemails or calls or sending them letters, let them know like, hey, I'm interested in this house. So that's the ultimate list. Nobody else is gonna be able to get that type of list because you're the one that's physically going out there, seeing the house that's damaged, and you're writing down the address. Now, another reason why that's powerful is because somebody, there's different apps that they say, oh, use this app to go driving for dollars and just look at the houses as you're scrolling through the neighborhood. The thing with that is that picture may have been taken 6 months ago, right? And you're seeing things from 6 months ago. a lot can happen in 6 months, right? A lot can happen in 6 months. So with that being said, there's no list like a driving for dollars list. Another list that you can get into is code violation, right? Code violation list, you can get that by contacting the city. So the city of whatever, you go to that website and you would look up the public records section. You'll put in a request for the open records section. You'll put in a request to have a list of single family residents that have active code violations within the last 3 months. That's what you're doing. Let me say it again. You're putting in a request for a list of single family properties, okay, that have an active or open code violation for that property, right? So, and there's different situations to where in some cases you may want to narrow it down to high grass or trash in their yard or whatever it is, depending on how big that list is. So you would take those addresses, same process, skip tracing them, find out who owns the property and reaching out to them. Okay. A list that's been also working great for us is the failed listing list. All right. And so this list, now we're getting into softwares that cost money. So PropStream is what I use to find these really large lists. So like the absentee owner high equity, the failed listings, like all these different types of lists. I use PropStream, and I'll go ahead and leave a link below so that you all can get a free trial. I think it's like seven days or so a week of use of PropStream. It's like, when I tell you, if you're serious about real estate investing, you need to get PropStream. Like, it's like a no-brainer. Pretty much whoever you're looking up to, whatever real estate guru or whatever, they're also using PropStream. So go ahead and click that link below and get your free week, right? And if you feel like I'm full of crap, then you can cancel it or whatever. But I'm telling you, once you download it, you're not going to get off of it because it's like, holy crap, this is amazing. And what's special about this channel as well is I actually have videos, if you go onto the channel, about that shows you how to use it. So not only will you be able to get that free week, what discourages some people is that they get this software, and because it's so robust, it can do so many things, they don't know where to start, right? So because you'll be able to get that free week, I want to jumpstart you guys so you can understand how to really use that program. And so that's why I created those videos that will show you, hey, this is what PropStream is all about. This is how you pull certain lists, and this is how you get down, okay? So there's that. So that's some of the lists that you'll be able to start off with. And that's the process of finding the property. You found them. You found the properties. All right. Pre-foreclosure is another distress situation. Bankruptcy is another distress situation. Eviction is another distress situation. There's so many. Tired landlord is another distress situation. Vacant property. There's so many things out here that there's so many reasons why somebody wants to get rid of a property, wants to sell a property. It's just a matter of you picking a few lists and really digging down into those lists, okay? And reaching out to those individuals. And from there, you'll be able to access them and really get an understanding for why they want to sell. And then you'll get that property on a contract, which leads me into number 2. You get that property under contract. So when I was talking about selling your right to buy the property, so step 1, you find it, right? Step 2, you get under contract. Now, in order to get this property under contract, for the whole process to make sense, the numbers have to make sense, all right? And so in my ebook, I actually break down the formula. So the general formula that you'll hear a lot of people say is ARV minus ARV times 0.7, all right, minus repairs, minus the assignment is the offer that you would make, right? So one of the main differences that I do, if you find a property that fits that criteria to where it's that 0.7 or 70%, if you find something like that, let me know because I want it, okay? But what I tell you is, in this market, it is extremely difficult to find a situation where you'll get it at that. A lot of people that's just starting out, they use that formula. It's not going to work. I bump it up to 0.75, okay? So ARV times 0.75 minus the repairs minus your assignment equals the offer that you'll give to the seller of the property. Okay, so you offer them that, you have a purchase agreement, and when you purchase the ebook, you actually are able to get a free purchase agreement. And you know what? I'm gonna do something special for you guys. I will go ahead and put a link down below so that you all will be able to get a free copy of a purchase agreement. So super important. Go ahead and make sure I write that down. I'm in a giving mood, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and give you a free purchase agreement there. So most likely what will happen is I'll have you guys send a text message saying a particular word. All the information will be below. And so that way it'll be automated, so you can automatically get access to that contract. So I'm not sending emails at 2 o'clock in the morning, right? So this way you'll just be able to get access to that contract. So there you go. I am gonna give you a free purchase agreement. You're welcome. All right. Now, don't say I never gave y'all anything, all right? So with that, you get the property under contract. Now, what this contract does is it gives you the right to buy the property for yourself or sell your right to an investor, okay? And you can sell your right to an investor for a premium, all right? That's what's special about that, right? So what do I mean? And the premium is basically the assignment fee. So that leads me on to the next section. Number 3 is you assign your right for a fee, right? You get the property under contract at a certain price point. The seller, they sign it. They're like, yes, I agree to sell it to you for $100,000. You say, okay, now the second part is you have what? An assignment contract, all right? So it's 2 contracts that's needed. You need your purchase agreement and you need your assignment contract, all right? The purchase agreement, the reason why I want you guys to make sure that you get the right purchase agreement, like the one that I'm offering you down there, the purchase agreement, okay, it has special wording in there that allows you to use this second contract, all right? This assignment contract is where you are assigning your right to buy the property. You're assigning it over to them for a fee, okay? Now, with these 2 contracts combined, you'll submit that to the title company, and the title company will work their magic, boom, boom, boom. And of course, you're monitoring this whole situation, making sure everything goes by smoothly, right? And as all this goes by smoothly, or not so smoothly, because you gotta make sure you're monitoring everything. You make sure everything is good. You're calling the buyer, calling the seller, calling the title company, making sure everything's good, right? But of course, I'm trying to keep this as simple as possible. Once the deal closes, you get paid. So you get a property under contract for $100,000. You tell the investor, hey, I have a house for $110,000 for you, right? That markup of $10,000. Once it closes, you get that $10,000, and that's what wholesaling is. Literally, get a property under contract, assign it to an investor, get paid. Now, it sounds simple. It sounds, and it is simple, right? It is simple, but what I would say is it sounds easy, right? Simple and easy are 2 different things, right? So it's simple in terms of what needs to happen. What's not easy is there's a lot of wholesalers out here, but there's a lot more deals to go around. So everybody can share, right? But I really, really, really want you to understand that I don't want you to just go out there and just start shooting them like, boom, well, let me just go for it. Some people will be able to do it and get deals, but I really want you to learn how to do this the right way. So that's why I am strongly, strongly, strongly suggesting that you all click that link below and access the ebook, Wholesaling 101 Your First Steps, okay? Wholesaling 101 Your First Steps. It will teach you in great detail on what you need to do in order to get your first deal. All right, so I'm super excited to be with you guys on your journey, and I cannot wait for y'all to get your first deal. And let's go ahead and run through everything again as far as first going off of the definition. So what is wholesaling? All right, finding discounted properties, okay? Finding discounted properties and assigning your right over to an investor for a fee, okay? All right, and next, the steps of that is finding a discounted property, getting that property under contract, and assigning it for a fee. Right? This is probably one of the more simple videos I'm gonna do. And as I continue on, I'll get more in detail about everything, but it's super important that you guys really read this book in its entirety. And I emphasize this so much because some people, they'll just skim through, okay, let me get to the section where it talks about finding out how to find repair costs. But let me get to the section to where it talks about title company. Please read the whole book. Read the entire book so that you fully understand the full process of what a transaction should look like, and participate in the different things that come free with the book. So, of course, there's a book, but you get a Facebook group that you're able to access, all right? You get purchase agreement. Not only do you have the blank purchase agreement, but I have a pre-filled one so that you don't have any questions as to how you're supposed to fill that out, right? And it comes with a ton of other stuff. When you look at what comes with this book, you're gonna be amazed, I'm telling you, all right? And for the price itself as well, you're gonna be like, why are you not charging more? I know, listen, I'm doing this because I've been there. I've been at a point to where I have never gotten a deal, right? But now that I am where I am, I want to get you guys your first deal because I want y'all to know how it feels, right? I want y'all to know what it feels like to get that first deal, and that's what I did. That's why I created this ebook, and I cannot wait for y'all to get y'all first deal. So thank y'all again for watching this video. Go ahead and like this video if you found any value in it, and so that you are notified of whenever we're posting additional videos. Go ahead and click that subscribe button, and if you love this video, go ahead and click the bell so that you are notified of whatever I put. Like the second I post, you'll know. All right. So thank y'all so much for watching this video. And again, I'll make sure that I put the directions on how to get that purchase agreement so that you all can really get started. But if you purchase the book, it automatically comes with it. So thank y'all so much, and y'all take care.